Good morning, everyone. I am Jonathan Chua. Today, we're going to talk about one perspective on the globalization of culture in media, globalization, and hybridization. Globalization of culture. Reminiscent of cultural imperialism in terms of the nature of the effect of media on culture, but somewhat different in its conceptualization of the issue, is the view that the media contribute to the homogenization of cultural differences across the planet. This view dominates conventional wisdom perspectives on cultural globalization, conjuring up images of Planet Hollywood and the MTV generation. One of the most visible proponents of this perspective is political scientist Benjamin Barber. Benjamin Barber formulates his theory about the globalization of culture in the book Jihad vs. Macworld in 1996. The subtitle How Globalism and Tribalism Are Reshaping the World betrays Barber's reliance on a binary opposition between the forces of modernity and liberal democracy with tradition and autocracy. Barber rightly points to transnational capitalism as the driving engine that brings Jihad and Macworld in contact and motivates their action. His model has two limitations. First, it is based on a binary opposition between Jihad, what he refers to as ethnic and religious tribalism, and Macworld, the capital-driven West. Barber seemingly attempts to go beyond this binary opposition in a chapter titled Jihad via Macworld, in which he argues that Jihad stands in less of a stark opposition than a subtle counterpoint. However, the evidence offered in most of the book supports an oppositional rather than a contrapuntal perspective on the globalization of culture. The second limitation of Barber's book is that he privileges the global over the local, because according to him, globalization rules via transnational capitalism. To think that globalization and indigenization are entirely co-equal forces that put Jihad and Macworld on an equal footing is to vastly underestimate the force of the new planetary markets. It's no contest. Although it would be naive to argue that the local defeats the global. Barber's argument does not take into account the dynamic and resilient nature of cultures and their ability to negotiate foreign imports. In decoding, how do the specific brands affect the culture of the people around the globe, within their country? The people around the world will start to recognize the culture that these brands are carrying. As they recognize these brands, they will also start to adopt its culture. Since these brands are promoted globally, it is expectedly will gain a lot of attraction, especially for those who enjoys buying stuffs that is globally well known. As the time goes by, and if these brands or products are still trending, the people will eventually forget to patronize their own local product and continue to buy these brands to keep on the trend. The customers within the country will find those specific brands attractive and will invest their money on it because it has more authenticity and popular. Furthermore, those specific brands always continue to boost their income and probably take advantage of the customers who are so much interested about their products. This tells us that these specific brands can really affect the culture around the globe and especially within the country. That's all. Thank you for listening and watching.